Toon Cartoons.
And more, you might adapt it. Fit and more,
Wait a minute, did somebody say new logos? Well, hi everyone, my name's Pandy Paws, and welcome back. Hang on just a second. Okay, so welcome to the 5 years of the Owl House. I'm Pandy Paws, and that's Gus Porter, me. So what am I going to be reacting for today? Today we are going to be reacting to top 10 most emotional The Owl House moments. So without further ado, enjoy the show. Action.
I'm being pulled back.
Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most emotional The Owl House moments.
I feel like I should be used to
Still
this
with the
feeling by
memories
now,
though.
but I still don't know what to say.
Still definitely the
For
memories.
this list, we'll be looking at the most moving scenes from the show's brief but spectacular.
Well, they're
run.
moving on in
Attention
here
all
now.
Living in the human realm, major spoilers ahead. Which of these moments brought you to tears? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, Ida's Requiem. Okay, let's start with the meaning of the word requiem. It's a repose for the dead.
Still with the
This is
memories,
pretty fitting
though.
given the damaging
Pretty
effects
much
of Ida's
the
song.
biggest thing
She
I ever
and Rain
saw.
are fully willing to sacrifice themselves in this scene if it means taking down Emperor Bellows.
We may not make it out ourselves, but it'll stop the Emperor, right? Then we play on.
While Rain is often seen acting for the greater good, Ida has some other personal
No need to
reasons
worry
for her
about them
passion this
too.
time around. With the expectation that both Luce and King will
Still
want to be with
wondering.
their real parents soon enough, Ida fears abandonment.
Do you have kids? They're not mine. It doesn't matter.
The mental state she's in seems to make self-sacrificing an easy choice. But
Well,
luckily,
I
Rain
love
is
the
voice
Owl's
of
house
reason.
even
It
better.
doesn't stop
That
them taking
sounds
the hit
even
to save Ida, of
particular.
course. And now we're hurting all over again. Number 9, King learns the truth. From the moment King hit our screens, we began theorizing about his backstory. After a bit of fawning and squealing, that is.
Did you make all these? What are you?
His skull is strikingly reminiscent of the fallen Titan, and fans were right to link the two. King's backstory is rather tragic all around, and the truth was a lot to take in. In Echoes of the Past, Ida was finally honest with him
Still
about
lived
how
time to
and
go
where she
anyways.
first found him, and his reaction to the whole thing is just
Don't get the good
heartbreaking.
fantasy.
It's gonna be okay.
You're all just making fun of me like usual, right? No.
Don't make it
Of
silent.
course, the heartbreak didn't end there. Edge of the World only ripped King of any blind optimism he had left. The sight of him in tears is so much sadder than it has any right to be.
I want to go home.
Number 8, Ida's Curse.
You always thought you were better than me, that I could never beat you in anything. I am better than you. And why were you so easy to curse?
What is a fantasy series without a little sibling betrayal? So much
That's
of
a
Ida's
little bit
arc is
long to
about
that
her
one.
struggle with the Owl Beast and trying to bear her
Still
curse.
in the
It's hurt
mythical
people
time.
before, including her father.
Still
An
blind.
accident she never quite forgave herself for.
You've even been able to carve a new talisman since I attacked you. Stop trying to forgive me. I don't deserve it.
It all comes to a head in Agony of a Witch when she's running out of magic and Luce needs saving. The decision is not a difficult one to make, and Ida's speech as she says goodbye to Luce is enough to make us hit pause on our
Definitely
screen.
the
Listen to
speech.
me. I'm going away, and I don't know if I can bounce back this time. Watch over King, Remember to feed Hootie.
Please, no.
And Luz, thank you for being in my life.
Especially after Lilith's confession, emotions are running high all across the board in this scene.
Still
The
got a
aftermath is just as
transformation,
somber, too,
anyways.
with how hopeful and unaware King and
A
Hootie
little bit to
are.
go
Number 7, Willow's mental health.
for the
After starting out
future.
as the underdog, Willow slowly but surely began to reinvent herself. She started a flyer derby team and would become as strong, resilient, fair, and loyal as any good captain should be.
Let's move, team. We need to find a replacement. After all, it'll be 52 weeks before Caleb's next day off.
Through tragedy and turmoil,
Well,
Willow was always everyone's
That's
rock.
good.
But eventually, we started to see the cracks in the stone. Getting stuck in a different realm and
Well,
watching your parents
that
become
friend
puppet
Willow's
versions
gonna
of
hit
themselves
me
can
up
do that to a
anyway.
person.
I can't control my own magic. I can't help my friends. Ugh, why have I been trying to be someone different?
This scene is a prime reminder that stuffing feelings down is not a good idea. Even as she's losing control, Willow still desperately clings to the narrative that everything is okay. Hunter and Gus ultimately help her through it, and it's incredibly touching to watch those walls.
That's
finally
incredible,
come
you
down.
know?
You've been holding it a lot, haven't you? Willow! Reliable people need someone to rely on too.
Hey, that's mine. No,
We'll be fine.
I know
Number
that.
6, Luce opens up. This is a quieter moment, but just as impactful as some of the bigger expressions.
I know
of
it's a
emotion.
legacy,
You
my
see,
own.
I'm not with
I have a
her,
voice.
and I don't have any flowers. And when you told me about the problem with your dad, I don't know. Maybe I was jealous or just needed a distraction.
From the very first time we got a glimpse of Luce's home life, it became
Well,
clear
still
her
living
father
the
was
mom?
not
I
in the
know
picture.
that.
We weren't sure if we'd ever get a storyline delving into it, especially because, true to Luce's character, she never spent any time lamenting over loss.
I don't talk about this because it happened like a long time ago, and it's like totally not an issue anymore. But today's the anniversary of my dad passing away.
This episode affords a wonderful
Well,
display of vulnerability
I
from
think
our
they're
protagonist
dying
as she
for-
finally opens up about her father's death. Watching optimistic characters
Still
break
a
down
piece
is
ago.
always difficult.
Still
and
dead.
after this scene, Luce's video diary hits that much harder.
I think this might be the worst week ever. But Dad left me this book. I can't wait to read it.
Number 5, Luce's promise.
Yesterday's
Finding out the daughter
lie.
who came home to you is actually a basilisk from a different realm where your real daughter has been living for the last few months is a lot to take in. Finding out that your daughter willingly fled and chose to stay in that realm is a lot more to take in.
Were you trying to live out some witch fantasy? Did you hate living with me that much?
Camila holds up surprisingly well until the real Luce finally appears in the rain in front of her. Even if she's not really there, it's enough.
Man,
to create
that's
the
even
semblance of a
realistic.
reunion, and Camila's
Yeah, come on
facade
with
quickly
that.
crumbles.
I'm trying to
I know
hold
that
it in.
mom's going to be
I really
killing
am,
us.
but I have
don't
never
know this
been this
mom.
scared before.
I
The
know
demon
that.
realm? Magic? How are you gonna get back here? Is this the only way I can touch you?
It's a jumble of emotions as she finally reacts the way any parent would at the realization that they have no idea where their child is. And we're crying.
I didn't mean to push you away. I swear things will be different.
Mom, it's not you. It never was.
Promise me, Luz. Please.
Okay, Mom. I promise.
Number 4, Hunter's entire arc. How does one adopt a fictional character? Anyone have papers we can sign?
I can't go back. Kid,
Well, he voiced
This
Go
poor
from
boy's life is
Pokemon
doused in
Journeys.
tragedy.
Really?
He is, of course, not well treated by his Uncle Belos in the first place.
No wondering.
But then he comes to find out that he's been lied to his whole life. He's not on the right side of the fight, and he's not even a witch.
What did you do to the other cards? To our family? It wasn't wild magic, was it?
What a shame. Out of all the Grimwalkers, you look the most like him.
Hollow Mind was a whirlwind of truth bombs for everyone, particularly Hunter, who was left, traumatized is probably the appropriate word here. As if he hadn't been through enough, just as Hunter is slowly working through everything and starting to turn over a new leaf, dear old uncle returns to literally take possession of his body.
I thought this one has not lost
Still
its
definitely a
focus.
bad guy, you know?
Finish our work as witch hunters, starting with them.
Number 3, Luce's sacrifice.
Watching
This
and
sequence
dreaming.
is just stunning. We begin with the collector's backstory, which is emotional enough on its own, as Luce helps him work out his feelings.
You know what it's like to feel alone and abandoned.
And misunderstood. Hey, what if we showed you how we became friends?
The collector, as it turns out, is an exceptionally fast learner, and they apply Luce's advice
Still
maybe
have the
a little
bosses
too eagerly.
coming on
Luce
my
takes
way.
the hit, and to the horror of King and Ida, dissipates into a cluster of beautiful little glyphs. These glyphs travel all the way to the archives, where a puppet turned Camila seems to be able to sense the loss.
What is this?
It's an impressively moving scene, made even more so by everyone's reactions. And it all culminates in Luce finally meeting the Titan, which is also a remarkably poignant event.
No, King! What about King? Don't you want to say something to him? Oh, you'll love that.
Number 2, Flapjack's death.
Thanks to
Oh boy,
them.
get out your tissues for this one.
That's right. You wouldn't want me harming your precious talisman, would you? But then again, I don't care what you want.
Hunter had no one for a very long time, and then he had
Still
Flapjack.
definitely
The series
Flapjack
spent a
is
good
still
deal of
dying
time
out.
building their friendship, which is why it was
I know, it's a
unbelievably
cardinal
crushing when
bird.
Flapjack was not only deathly injured, but injured at the hands of a possessed hunter.
Still
The
definitely
damage
a
is
soul
so
now.
distressing that Hunter actually manages to break free from Belos's control.
I'd like to make sure you never hurt anyone again.
Things only worsen from there, and Flapjack, teetering on the edge of life, gives his own to save Hunters. Everything about the scene is emotionally stirring, from the stellar voice acting to the gorgeous visuals. Thanks for breaking our hearts in super smooth animation, Dana. Just what we
Well,
needed.
still definitely deadly
Actually,
now.
Flapjack, don't. I already know.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Ida's near petrification. This goodbye is especially high stakes.
No! Not yet!
I'm sorry. Goodbye, Luce.
Lumity Kiss. One of the happiest moments that had us in our feels.
Oh, crikey.
I can't believe I just did that. I can't believe I just said that.
King's message. King wants to be a Clawthorn, and it's just what Ida needed to hear.
Now
Well,
we're connected
still
for
with the
life, and
memories
there's nothing
coming
you can do
away.
about it. Is that what you wanted to tell me this whole time?
And if you sign here, it'll be official.
Luce reunites with Ida and King. We can't imagine this kind of relief.
Is this real? Is that Luce? Are you both really here?
Get over here, you witch!
The nightmares. Their biggest fears playing out is so heart-wrenching.
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean
Well,
it. I didn't mean it.
Before we continue,
let the
be sure to
puppets.
subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Trapped in the Human Realm. Maybe it's because King's Tide is the climax of the entire series, but the whole episode feels supercharged
Well,
with
still
emotion.
live the memories on hand.
Everyone! Ida, I can't just leave them! Luce, please!
The Day of Unity is a whole devastating calamity on its own, but a lot of the heart-pulsing moments take place away from the circle of coven heads.
Well, still a lot of weaknesses to do this.
Luce and her friends end up with no choice but to take refuge towards the portal, and Luce, ever the altruist, makes a desperate attempt to keep the portal open for them. She encourages them to leave her behind, but it's King who makes the ultimate sacrifice for his surrogate sister.
Nobody exists. I can't believe what is going on in.
I'm sorry. Not this time. But I can keep you safe.
We're already sobbing in his speech, but it's Luce's blind determination to get back to him at the end that really pushes us over the edge. Do you agree with our picks?
Well, how do you think of my new voice? Does it sound particular? Yeah, so we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye guys. Thanks for watching.
Well, I can't watch it. See you soon. Bye.